Hey guys, my name is Nemo, and this video is a little bit of a thank you video for you guys because I didn't even know that was there. I just saw the sword light up and I'm like, wait, I'm gonna click that. Anyways, yeah, this is a little bit of a thank you video for you guys, and also might be a little bit interesting. But yeah, I've reached 100 subscribers, and I'm very grateful that I did get that far. I mean, I know that to some of you that doesn't seem really big, but in the grand scheme of things, it may not be either. But for me, it's kind of mind blowing, really, that to think that 100 people are interested enough in my channel to subscribe to me and see when I put up a new video, and it's really quite mind blowing to me. So I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me, and everyone else who is watching this video. Subscribe to me and then I'll thank you. But already thanks for watching, but really, even more thanks if you also subscribe to me though. No, but seriously though, what you guys are here for to see is this game, which is, well, originally the name would be Magic the Gathering, and it was a game made by Microprose, which sought to bring Magic the Gathering to the PC public, really, and try to lure people in to playing the card game by making a cool game on PC with it. And the cool thing about this game is that it pretty much has all the cards from the earlier sets in it, and you can freely adjust your deck, build anything you want, and there's an expansion to this, which really you could trade your old game in to get the expansion. So it was kind of like a standalone expansion, but also everybody who had the old game could just trade it in, and that one was called Duels of Planeswalkers. So that is really where all of this has started, and I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour of this game. I would suppose you could call it a review, but really for such an old game, review is a big word. So anyway, the first expansion was called Spells of the Ancients and came out and had the sets Arabian Nights and Antiquities in it. So it expanded on the game a little bit, and then Duels of the Planeswalkers, the second expansion, also added the Dark, and let me check that. And also Legends. So Legends and the Dark were added with Duels of the Planeswalkers expansion or standalone. Well, you know, I explained how that works before. So what we're looking at right now isn't really the game itself, but it is called Mana Link, which is a custom program slash patch for the game, which allows you to play it on newer computers. Aside from that though, we can play a custom duel. There are preset decks. Duel an opponent. I can make a register the opponent. I don't really know how that works, but you can do a solo duel, and this is against the AI, by the way, just to be clear. And there are some preset decks here that you can choose from. I guess most of these are made by the person who made the Mana Link patch. So, and some preset decks for your opponent that you can choose from. So you can do all that. In the tools, you can actually make these decks yourself. You can choose a face builder and get a player portrait, which you'll see in a second. Then there's the help, to get some help and info on the game. And player is really where you set your portrait and all that. And Hall of Fame is your game records and all of that. And this is where the name of my channel is. You know, you guys should know that. And yeah. So the last thing here is a world, which is, you can see the opening animation here, but that doesn't work anymore with these with the version of Windows I'm running here. I don't even think it's in there. So I can't view the animation, but I'm sure you guys can view it if you want to and find it somewhere on YouTube. I mean, everything can be found on YouTube and Google, can it? And the last option here is to click on Shandalar, which gets you into the campaign. Because yes, there is an actual campaign, and it's sort of like an RPG. And that, my friends, is what we are going to spend our time checking out here in a second. So let me switch resolutions for that and go into that, because this menu is kind of full screen, but the other menu won't be. So I kind of want to switch my resolution to make that work. So give me a sec. So here we are in the campaign, And we can start a new game, load a save game, resume game, or exit. And a resume game would, I guess, resume the last game you played. So let's start a new game here. You have to be very careful to only click once, because if you hold the mouse button down a little bit too long, then it clicks on the next thing. So sometimes, so these are the difficulty levels, and the only thing I think that really matters for is how many colors your deck starts out with. So if you start at apprentice difficulty level, then you start with a monocolor deck, which makes it a lot easier at the start, but you might not be as powerful later on. I don't know. But for the purpose of this little tour slash review, we're just gonna choose apprentice. So now we get to choose our color, and blue is probably gonna be pretty overpowered. Black is probably gonna be a little bit less overpowered, but still really overpowered. I mean, there were a bunch of overpowered cards in the time. Really, what I want to choose is, I'll go with blue. Let's make it easy on myself. Let's choose something that fits with blue. What the heck is this? Look at this. Some kind of crabby transvestite lady in an S&M suit. Oh help. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, that looks blue enough. That looks really nerdy. And let's see if we can find something cool. Yeah, we'll go with this. I don't really. No, wait, no, we'll not go. We won't. We'll go with this guy, and we'll see if we can. There, a blue one. There's blue, and there's more blue. Right, now he's a blue sorcerer. Alright, so let's see if we can give him. Awesome. That's more black-like. Let's see if we can give him something that. This is like a blue carrot he's holding now, so I don't know what that is, but I guess we'll go with this. This looks like he's counterspelling something or exiling it or whatever, but how about this then? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's no skin on it, so this is the default skin then. Okay, I guess. Kinda like this guy more because he's smiling, so let's go with him. This doesn't matter really, I guess. Maybe. Looks like he has like a chipped tooth there, but I like this. Okay, so let's go. Leave. I think you can save and have this portrait saved somewhere. Let's look at that actually. You can save the picture as blue wizard, a guy with chipped tooth and blue carrot in hand. Okay, save. That was quite descriptive. And then if you leave, then you've chosen this guy. Now let's enter our name. Nemo Whitey. And there we go. Now Shandalar is materializing, and this game world. This is in real time, by the way, so let's not dilly-dally too long. But this world is gonna be random every time you start the game. So yeah. And if you click here, right click here, then you get to see a bunch of options. So let's look at the map first. This is what we've seen so far. And there's a plane map and info map. So this tells you where you can get certain things, and this kind of tells you what everything is called. So I think I like the plane map until I need the other map, right? Makes more sense to me. And there's city info, stuff like that, but we haven't really encountered anything yet. And then we can see our deck. I think we'll wait to do that. City list is probably, yeah, that's that again. We've already seen that. Dungeon clues, you can get dungeon clues every once in a while. Whenever you defeat another Planeswalker, you can get a dungeon clue, and that will point you to a dungeon. And the dungeon, I think, won't materialize on the map until you have a clue for it. So then you can, once you're strong enough, you can go into that dungeon, check out the dungeon, maybe get some good loot, i.e. better cards for your deck, and generally be happy. And then we can look at our statistics. We have gold in this game because we can buy and sell cards in towns. Food, I think if you run out then you probably starve to death. Don't know what this is just yet. 36 is how many cards we have in our deck, I think. And these things I will get to later, but actually no, because we can see what to do here. So I think we can just click on this and leap of fate, risk 1 blue amulet. Hang on a sec, guys. Alright, so I'm back. We can risk 1 blue amulet to instantly cross any distance with leap of fate. So that's nice, I guess. So here you can see a bunch of different amulet colors. We have a blue amulet, a green amulet, a red amulet, no red amulet, no black amulet, and 2 white amulets. So there are different kinds of magics that you can use with those amulets, but for now apparently we can only use the blue because we are a blue mage, so we only know how to cast the blue spell. But every amulet has a different spell attached to it, I would suppose, which are nice. So you can kind of use overworld magic with this, and that's useful. The red one is also useful. I guess the green one is something with faster walking or flying or whatever. The red one you can get rid of a random encounter pretty much, which if you play Final Fantasy then you should know what that is. But anything that attacks you, I don't really know what everything does, but they're overworld magic, right? So and then there's castles we conquered. We can go over that later and all that. And don't really know what wizard stats is, but I guess we'll find out later. Then there's a journal, which tells us which quests we have and stuff like that. I guess I don't really know. How do I get out of here? Okay, I just had to double click. Okay, so done. And wizard stats, we've already seen that, right? It's just gonna go back over there. Okay, so let's look at our deck now. So this is our deck, and we can't actually edit the deck from here. We have to be in a town to edit the deck, I found out. But we can look at the general ID for our deck. But so yeah, water elemental. Ah, that's weird. Why is it a guy in a boat? I guess the water elemental is attacking the dude. Oh yeah, you can see a face rising up from the waves. Okay. Oliver, Sea Serpent. This is Tim right here, Protocol Sorcerer. Yeah, this is a pretty control-y deck. Pretty much what you expect from blue deck. And somehow there's a Zombify in there, even though we don't even have a black spell. So, I have no idea what that's doing there. Although, is there any way? Yeah, this would help. Black Mana Battery can help us actually get the black mana for Zombify, but I don't think that's going to be worth it. So these 3 cards can go out of our deck if we can. Let's see what this. Let's see what this is. Okay, we can actually. This is a town, so let's first edit the deck. Indeed, get rid of these cards because they're not going to do anything for me. And don't feel like looking at every other card. But if you find one that is useless, then we'll get rid of that. We can buy food here, but we still have 49, so I feel safe with that. We can look at the quest or buy cards. Let's look at what cards there are. Siren Skull. Play only during target opponent's turn and only before combat. All of that players. Non-wall creatures that do not have summoning sickness must attack this turn if able. At end of turn, destroy each of those creatures that did not attack this turn. Alright, so it kills all his walls and makes all his other guys attack. That's actually kind of nice. If I can somehow set it up that I can kill those guys, and that's actually a pretty cool card, really. So how do I escape? Probably, yeah, escape. So I guess if I click on the 80 gold, then I would buy the card, right? 6 cost. Put a doom counter at the end of your upkeep. Armageddon clock deals to each player an amount of damage equal to the number of doom counters on it. Player may pay 4 during any upkeep to remove a doom counter from Armageddon clock. Wow, that doesn't seem good, unless I can somehow combo it or whatever. But prevent 1 damage to any creature player. None of this really seems that great. Siren Skull could be good in a deck that takes advantage of it. I don't think this is the kind of deck though. The opponent will probably want to attack me either way, so I don't think there's really any good cards here. Let's look at what the quest is. Defeat the Sedge Beast, which has been menacing our village. Return here and I will reward you with red cards. I don't need red cards right now, so no thanks. Sleight of hand costs 400 gold pieces. A clever duelist can switch antes and F41 won't. Okay, so that's what it does, right. Huh. Okay. Well, let's continue here. So there are a bunch of different towns and all that. Here's a graveyard where we can probably battle some undead. Let's actually check that out. Oh, we found a swamp. Okay, so you can find cards in the graveyard. That's nice. Found copper tablet. Huh. Okay. That's a clock of sorts. How do I get it to not hit me? I have no idea, but and again another village here. We can look at the quest. Defeat the vampire lord. Return here and I will reward you with 2 black amulets. Might be good. So let's accept this quest. I have 3 days to complete it. I have no idea where the vampire lord is, but I assume there's gonna be a way to find him. I can buy cards, but there's only black cards here. This is editing the deck. Okay. This is looking at the map. I'm just checking all this out. Okay. So let's leave the village. Maybe we'll find the... There he is. Okay, let's see what happens. He attacks us, I guess. No, he's gonna stand there. Okay, now we attack. There's the vampire lord. Alright. So here's gonna be some combat, but those who enter the domain of the mighty black wizard must pay for the privilege. So the guy is either gonna fight us, or I have to bribe him with 80 gold. So then if I win the game, then I get this card, and if I lose the game, he gets this card of mine. Yeah, that's an old rule, is that you had to ante up cards, and that's what you were dueling for, I guess, to get better cards like that. That's how Magic used to work. Doesn't anymore, but yeah, that was a rule the game started out with. So let's see what card I have to give him. A 2-cost enchant land. Whenever enchanted land becomes tapped, deals 2 damage. Wow, that's a really good card, because it puts a clock on him in a blue deck. Really good. Carrion Ants, 4-cost black spell with 0-1. I don't want this card because it's black and I have a blue deck. I mean, maybe later on my deck will become blue-black, but for now it's not that big of a deal. However, I also don't want to pay 80 gold, and if I win this game, this duel, then I get to complete my quest and get to 2 of those charms, those black charms, whatever they do. So let's duel, let's duel, as they say in Yu-Gi-Oh. Not that I would know. I haven't played the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. He did not take a mulligan, and I probably can't take a mulligan. So in this game, you could only take a mulligan if you have 0 lands or all lands. That's how it worked. That's the old mulligan rule. That's the only way you can take a mulligan, is if you have no lands or only lands. And other than that, you can get pretty screwed into starting hands. But it looks like I do have 4 islands. I don't have anything to play for 1 island, but let's find out. I can play something. This Zephyr Falcon. What does that do? A 2-cost 1/1 flyer that has vigilance. Oh, that's really good. Let's play him. So I play him, and now I have to tap my land, and I've played him. And then I go to the next main phase, and I say done, and it's his turn, and he plays a swamp, and now he plays Dark Ritual, gains 3 more. So this basically gives him two black mana in his mana pool, because he has to temp 1 land to do it. Then he plays Drain Life, deals X damage to target creature or player, and he does that on my Zephyr, and then yes, this is processing, and he kills my Zephyr and he gains a bunch of life. So now he's at 13 life and I'm at 10. That's also something in this game. We don't start with 20 life. As we grow bigger and better, we will get 20 life eventually, I think. But you start with just 10 life at the start, so yeah. Looks like all my spells are costing too much. This is a 4-cost, and These are free costs, but I enchant a creature and there's no creature to enchant right now. So I can't play anything, which is never a good sign. He plays a 1/1 Nettling Imp that can tap. Or is it a Meddling? No, it's a Nettling Imp, whatever that is. It can tap, target non-wall creature that any opponent controls, attacks this turn if able. At end of turn, destroy that creature if it did not attack, use its ability only during a player's turn and only before combat. So he can make my guys attack, pretty much. That's the gist of it, when he taps that guy. Neither deals nor receives combat, that doesn't help much against him. I'll play my island, and then I can play a ghost ship for 4 that can regenerate, 2/4 flyer for 4. Seems pretty good, he can regenerate, or this guy, which is a free flyer for 4. So that seems actually better for just putting a clock on him. So I'll play the one that is gonna deal the most damage. For now he doesn't have any blockers. Okay, I think he does nothing on his turn and I go to my turn. So I'll just attack first. Choose attackers, Phantom Monster, attack. And now he's at 10 life. And now I go to my second main phase and I will play my Ghost Ship. So I won't have enough mana left over to regen my Ghost Ship this turn. So hopefully he doesn't kill me while I'm tapped out. Forecast, and then... Okay, so an 0/1 creature that has Fire Breathing pretty much, or actually better than Fire Breathing. I don't know what it's called in the black deck, but it's pretty similar. +1/+1 per swamp per actually one you use on it, so you don't even need to use swamps. But as long as he taps out, I can kill that with Prodigal Pyromancer, so that's good. It's not a flyer either. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has me on a 2-turn clock with that, but I have him on a 2-turn clock, and I'm attacking first. So as it is, I am winning the race. I take him to 5 here, and the next turn I can kill him. I want to play my Prodigal Pyromancer, because then if he taps out with his Carrion Ant, if he somehow deals with my dude and taps out with his Carrion Ants, actually I can also play Cassius Form on his Carrion Ants. I'll do that if needed. For now I'll just go. Say go. He can attack me here. He can't. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the thing is, if he has Dark Ritual again, then he might just be able to kill me. Although he would need 2 Dark Rituals. He has 3 cards in hand. The possibility is there, but no, I'm not blocking. Activates with 5 mana, so he deals 5 damage to me. Takes me to 5 life. Now he creates a flying creature with Regenerate, no one. But that doesn't save him. So done, my turn. Alright, so I now click on... Oh yeah, I can use Prodigal Pyromancer during the draw phase. I don't want to though. But now it's my main phase. I'll just go to Prodigal Pyromancer, use its ability on this Will-O-Wisp. And he doesn't even have the mana. Okay, he used that on Prodigal Pyromancer, so that now my Prodigal Pyromancer will die at the end of turn. But it doesn't matter because I have 5 damage, so I'll just attack for 5. And now we win this duel. And we get to choose our reward, which is gonna be this one. I think we get anyway. I don't know. We get some cards here. Tap X creatures and Grapeshot Catapult. I think we're gonna take a Dungeon Clue since we don't have a need for black cards. And these are the cards. Dungeon rules, no white cards allowed, life losses carried over. So those are the rules. Each dungeon apparently has a bunch of rules, and this one has that I can't choose white cards, which doesn't really matter for me. And life losses carried over, so that's really bad for me actually, because whenever I lose life, it's gonna be, for the next game, so I basically have 10 life for the whole dungeon, apparently. And dungeons can be pretty long. And then we get a Time Twister. Each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into his or her library. Each player then draws 7 cards. So this is Time Reversal, except cheaper. An Ivory Tower. I can't really read that. and Black Lotus, which of course is amazing and is part of the Power 9. Yeah. So Crusade effects permanently in effect. What? Okay, that suddenly came up, but oh, someone is wanting to attack us. But if we go into the town here really fast, then we are safe for now. But there he is again. Okay, so there's no getting around this. A witch has attacked us, and those who enter the domain of the mighty black wizard must pay for the privilege. Will you duel this witch or pay 40 gold? My ante is Backfire. For each 1 damage dealt to you by a enchanted creature, Backfire deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Kind of like a spell that deals with something. Not totally though. But yeah. This still deals damage to me though. Okay. And I will get Clay Statue, which is a free one for 4 that can regenerate for 2. Not that great. Neither spell is really that great, so it doesn't really matter. We'll duel. Oh, what is this? Suddenly it becomes a warlock? What? Which summons a warlock? Hmm? Okay, what's that? So... oh, I won, so I can choose. I'll play first. Warlock that did not take a mulligan. Okay, so instead of a witch, we're now playing against a warlock. Weird stuff. I haven't played this game that much that I'm really familiar with all of that. But it's my turn again. We'll play another island, and now we can play Zephyr Falcon, which is the 1/1 flyer for 2 that has vigilance, so that's good. And vigilance means that he doesn't get tapped when he attacks. We all know that. That's really good. I'll play an island and see what I can do. Gaseous form not needed just yet. Prodigal Pyroman Sorcerer, sorry, deals 1 damage each turn, but Psychic Venom is better, man. Yeah, if I just want to kill him as fast as possible, which is what these early duels mostly will come down to, then I want Psychic Venom out there. So we'll attack with this Falcon for 1. Why not? And then I will play Psychic Venom on one of his lands. I mean, if he can get rid of that land, then that's good, I guess. But now it's gonna deal 2 damage to him whenever he taps it. So he drains life on my dude, kills it yet again, and gains life from it. But he tapped the land for Psychic Venom, so dealt damage to himself. We can play Ghost Ship or Prodigal Pyroman's Sorcerer. Now, Ghost Ship can be blocked, and I can't regenerate this turn, so I kind of want to just play Prodigal Sorcerer. Let's do that. I mean, this takes longer to kill him this way, but I know he's gonna have an answer for it, and then the other guy is better. So, Sunken City. During your upkeep, pay 2 blue or bury Sunken City. All blue creatures get +1/+1. It's an enchantment. Okay. That's interesting. I'll just play my Ghost Ship now. And I mean, I've got him on a 3 turn clock, which he doesn't know. Because basically the last turn, I attack for 2, and then a creature with power 2 or less is unblockable this turn. Okay. It's my turn. So I attack for 2 now. Right? Yep, I drew a land. So let's attack for 2. Deal 2 damage, take him to 5. Then could play Sunken City here, but I don't see the point. It has an upkeep cost as well. I still have Gaseous Form to deal with any blocker he has. He just plays a Swamp, and then El Hajjaj. Gain 1 life, summon, it's a 1/1 dude for free. Gain 1 life for each 1 damage it deals, but not more than the toughness of a creature or the life total of a player El Hajjaj damage. Okay, so that only matters if he puts something on it. So I can just play Gaseous Form on it. Neither deals nor receives combat damage. It's not even a flyer. Yeah, so he could Thanos Wand, make El Hajjaj unblockable, start gaining life from it. We'll play Gaseous Form to prevent him from doing that, and then he has to pretty much deal with my Ghost Ship. But my Ghost Ship has Regenerate, which is really good for me. So he's at 3 life. He doesn't know, but he could die next turn. At the end of your turn, Air Raiders deals 2 damage to you. If you did not attack this turn, ignore this effective. Air Raiders is summoning 6. Okay, 2-3 is what he plays, and it's my turn. And now we can play Sunken City for 2, which makes my guy a free 5, because it gets +1/+1. And then we attack for 3 damage, and if he does deal with this, we win. So there you go. If I played the enchantment earlier, then we would have had to pay upkeep for it every turn, and the clock would have still been the same. He would have still died in 3 turns regardless. So of course he did have drain life stuff, so it was kind of like a gamble I took there, but paid off.